Well, it has been quite the stormy one this afternoon, and over the Savannah area, showers and storms have been across the area. And here's your view from our Savannah cam on River Street. Conditions are just downright ugly at the moment as well. A few brave souls out there, but nevertheless, conditions continue to be less than ideal as rain has reduced visibility to less than 1 mile across a lot of the area. A lot of heavy rainfall from thunderstorms has continued to move in, and flood advisories are speckled about the area. A lot of the ones south of the Altamaha have now been allowed to expire, but a flash flood warning is in effect for much of South Savannah, generally speaking, southern half of Chatham counties in this. That is until 6:45, may get extended just due to all the reports of stalled vehicles along Abercorn. So do not go near the mall area just simply due to the fact the roadways are flooded. Rainfall totals 3 to 4 inches have fallen across the area from gauges, and what Viper radar has picked up, and other areas as well are finding it to be quite the struggle. That heavy rain has moved out of the city. Now it is beginning to move into the low country, Jasper County up to Hardeeville. Very heavy rainfall. Also going to move into the Bluffton and Hilton Head areas too. Around the outlets and Pooler, conditions continue to be less than ideal, and along Georgia 21, very heavy rainfall heading out of Port Wentworth towards Rincon. Rincon, you remain mostly dry. Out on the islands as well, very heavy rainfall east of our studios on Victory Drive. Conditions continue to be less than ideal, of course, and very heavy rainfall over Defusky Island, moving towards Hilton Head too. So low country, things are going to gradually open up for you here over the next hour or so. Beaufort area, Port Royal also seeing some of this activity, generally speaking, north of Beaufort proper though. And this activity will continue for the next few hours, and you will have more showers moving into the area, but lighter rainfall, still some rumbles of thunder. That's expected to continue for the next few hours too, but flood alerts should expire as you get some slow drainage, of course, but 60% coverage of showers and storms continues overnight. And this does back off to about 40%, but still will have some activity moving into the area. Starting off tomorrow, though, by the way, quite mild, and rain chances dipped about 20% through the morning. 72 to start, though, not too uncomfortable, if I say so myself, but we have to get over the flooding with this stalled frontal boundary in the region. Low pressure sits to our east, but that's going to be a next topic of discussion. However, very heavy rainfall with disturbances moving along the front, and that's going to continue to be the theme here for the next few hours, but overall expect a downward trend in rainfall rates and storm intensity. There is an area of low pressure developing, and satellite imagery showing some thunderstorms associated with it. That continues to scoot east away from our area, but the Hurricane Center does have a 20% chance of development with this system. Bottom line, it's going to move well off the Carolina coast, and I should say 30% chances the next about couple days or so. Weak system, marine and surf concerns continue to be the main issue, but not looking at problems for our area at this time. Again, Vipercast is gradually winds down activity, but you will see the potential for storms to fire up in the southern counties, and some of this makes it north of US 84, but I'm not thinking widespread coverage for anywhere near greater Savannah by any means. But again, more showers and storms possible. Those wind down towards daybreak as that moves to our north, but I'm thinking this is a bit generous for storms tomorrow morning. But regardless of that fact, may see a round of storms early afternoon, but also the afternoon hours we'll see more in the potential for that activity, and even into the evening. Heavy rainfall, frequent lightning, the main concerns. Cannot rule out a strong wind gust or two either, but bottom line, that will eventually wind down as well. Monday, more of a return to standard afternoon storms with about 40% coverage expected, but not thinking it's going to set up right overhead. Another mild day expected as well. Tonight, temperatures dip into the lower 70s. Heavy rainfall, though, is the main concern, with flood alerts continuing. Avoid travel for the next couple of hours around Savannah and Chatham County. Into the day tomorrow, below average temperatures continue. High temperatures will struggle to even make it into the 80s. Rain and storm chances are also in play, with those northeasterly winds, though, keeping things fairly cool. Now, on the water, I mentioned marine concerns becoming an issue with that possibility of those elevated winds, 10 to 20 knots. 2 to 4 foot seas are in play too, and also keep an eye to the sky with those storms moving around too. Your extended forecast brings a very nice start to the week temperatures wise. Tomorrow could bring more flooding rain concerns in the area, though. If gradually temperatures return to near average, but Kaylee, I'll take some of these cooler mornings the next few days, but we do need to get this rain out of here right now.
You know what? I will too. It's been very hot, very muggy. I'll take it. You know, right before we went on air, we heard blasts of thunder roaming on top of the building. That was kind of scary. So other than that, you know what? I'll take it.
Yeah. Well, it's a good thing that we still have a few weeks before the high school football season starts, but we had a little taste. We had another high school football media day, and I'll give you full